pour yourself a pint, cozy up, and get ready for another episode of Beer, Bros, and BS.
This is Jay Muse. This is Eddie McClintock. Warehouse 13.
Hey, this is Brian Holler. This is Brett Dahl.
Hey, this is Eddie Trump, and you're listening to Beer Bros and BS.
Beers, Bros, BS.
Beer Bros and BS.
Beer, Bros, and BS.
You should be listening to Beer Bros and BS every day, every minute for the rest of your lives. Snooch to the nooch.
Welcome to episode 107 of Beer Bros and BS. I'm Dave, the Big Librarian.
Jose.
This is Tony, the craft beer gooner.
JJ, the metal chef.
And this is Dan.
Welcome back, Dan.
Thank you.
Woo! Rare appearance.
Well, we gotta keep it special.
This is the New Year's resolution.
Hey man,
gonna-
you gotta keep people
New
on
Year's
their toes.
resolution.
New Year, new
Hashtag
Dan.
power rankings.
I'm moving on up.
New Year, new Dan.
Probably not.
I'm still here. Where's Reyes, by the way?
Ahead of you in the power rankings.
I don't think so.
It depends how you look at them. Anywho, what beer are we going to be drinking tonight, Jose?
Tonight we're going to be drinking, let me see that bottle in the corner, AK Alive by Mikkeller.
It's also Mikkeller and Anchorage Brewing as a collab.
Oh, Anchorage. Okay.
It's both.
And Mikkeller. Torito from the Rare Bottle Club from Oddbreed. We have White Clouds from Other Half. Oh, it's Daydreams. Sorry, it's that the can is hard to read. Triple Mosaic Daydream from Other Half. Bimini Bay IPA. From Invasive Species and our good friends at Tripping Animals. And Clown Shoes, Snow on the Maple Tree, 2018, Imperial Stout.
So first we're going to have, what, Dan?
Yeah, the AK Alive. It is a collab between Mikkeller from Denmark and Anchorage Brewing, obviously from Alaska. And so this is a American Wild Ale that is 8% ABV. And it pours out looking pretty pale and bready, kind of white wine, champagne kind of vibes, almost like a Saison, like a funky Saison.
That's pretty good.
It tastes floral almost.
Yeah, you definitely get the champagne.
Yeah.
You can always tell an Anchorage beer. I think it must be like their house yeast strain or something because it has this like recognizable funk to it.
It's dry.
Yeah.
It's that dryness that like a champagne would kind of give you too.
So it's a lot of Brett funk in it. Mm-hmm. But it's good.
It's pretty refreshing and hides this 8% very, very well. And for that style, I mean, usually you don't really get ABVs quite like that, right? So, dude, I'm digging it, man. It's pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
George Clinton would love this beer.
Because it's funky.
It's funkadelic.
Oh man.
Oh, I thought it's because you say it's AK's for Alaska, not Arkansas.
See, that's an old reference.
Yes,
not something current.
So it's from Denmark. Does Denmark have
Are you
a
making fun of me
parliament?
because I'm a
Or what
millennial?
is the ruling body of Denmark? Is it a parliament? What do they have over there? Never mind. All right.
Where's the cricket button?
But yeah, man, I dig it. It's kind of nice. So, any other comments or?
'Tis good.
So let me ask you guys, if you had a magical lunch bag that feeds you once a day, would you rather it give you the same PB&J, potato chips, and apple each day, or the favorite food of the person who happens to be sitting next to you?
Favorite food of the person next to me, because I'll just make sure I hang out with somebody that has good taste.
Every meal
Or I
that you're
could
going to
just
eat?
hang out with the Beer Bros because they have great taste.
I mean,
Exactly.
and also because PB&J over and over is really, really bad. And like any variety, even if it's not something good, at least there's a variety, and I'd rather have that and take my chances.
I don't like Apple and I don't like PB&J's.
Well, PB&J's don't like
So
you.
thanks for joining us, JJ. This will be your final episode.
You're talking to the
Don't you have
my favorite
you have
food,
the
so you
freaking
better not eat with
PB&J
me.
World
There's a
Championship
PB&J
belt?
Yeah.
I keep that belt in my trunk of my car.
Yeah, that's why he fucking did it and I didn't.
I don't think that's
I don't
the
think
reason.
that's why.
I could beat him in it.
When are you defending your title again?
Apparently right now. JJ just challenged me.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
There can only be one.
Yeah, well, what sort
You
of
go into an alleyway and you challenge somebody to a PB&J contest?
what sort of food eating contest do you think you could take Dave in?
Cheese eating contest.
I don't think so.
Dude, like chocolate maybe? Because I know that you don't really like chocolate.
I'm
would
allergic
still-
to chocolate, dude. I would die.
I would still eat it.
Wait, you're allergic
I
to chocolate?
didn't know that. Are you really?
Yeah,
That sucks,
it's
man.
like super mild.
I'm sorry to hear.
I could still have it, but I just sneeze and cough a lot.
I don't think that you could really take them on anything, bro. I'm sorry to say. Maybe like straight salt.
Yeah, even then, I could probably still take more salt than him.
This needs to happen.
It's like,
I'm also going to die from this.
Like what about like charcuterie plate, like prosciutto and serrano and like the
I would
cheese.
just destroy that.
Yeah, right.
Wait,
I would keep
Wait,
going.
hold on. I know one. Maybe habanero peppers?
Something super spicy.
I could take-
He can take spicy, and
I could take spicy, yeah.
Yeah, we're about the same.
My family tells a story. I don't want to go off topic too much. My family tells a story. When we first moved to Miami, we went to a Mexican restaurant that used to be on Biscayne up in North Miami. And of course, a Mexican restaurant that has chips and salsa. We ended up, my mother and my older brother, he's 10 years older than me. They were eating chips and salsa. It was really, really spicy. It was homemade stuff. For whatever reason, little, 3-4-year-old David take a chip of salsa, dip it in, big old chunky, eat it, and I would start crying because it was so spicy. Crying. They,
then you would go and get another bite.
I'd stop crying. They, all the waitresses, does he need something? Is he okay? No, he's a dummy. He ate it. I'd take another chip, do it again, keep doing it, and then I just stopped. And then I got worried. Maybe I, something got loose and just fell off. But
That explains a lot.
second thing, I've never lost a food eating competition. I'm also the reigning champion at raw sushi.
R.I.P.
As well.
Raw Sushi. They closed it down. Now it's
South
like
Miami.
the South Miami one. Now it's like a crab restaurant or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't been yet.
And I'll tell you what. I've been to that craft beer or whatever beer place.
Sorry, which one?
Tap something.
Pub 52? The
Pub
one that's
52.
over there?
That place is fucking terrible. I'm sorry.
Ooh.
I don't complain about restaurants. It's not my thing. It had
But why? What did you not like?
It was bad service. The beer menu, just the beer menu had it had the Tank being in Miami, Florida. It had Jay Wakefield being in Doral, Florida.
Oh no, that is incorrect.
It had
Just say Miami for all of them to cover your ass. I mean, be more general.
yeah, there was also what was that? What's that? The brewery I love from Grand Rapids. Founders. They're saying they were in Detroit. Clearly, clear opposite side of the state. Just none of the information was correct. It was bad service.
Dude, I'm surprised. I've been hearing good things from that place. But
I'll
I don't
never go there
I don't
again.
like shitting on a place on here, just in case.
Nah, I feel free that we'll never go there.
Jesus Christ.
So let me ask you guys.
Well, you know what? They are next door to Taco Craft and across from Rock Burger, and those places are always
We love
pretty
those
awesome.
places.
So, props to that
Restaurant group,
because
yeah.
they do that, and I think they have a pizza one too, just not down here.
Yeah, and
Pizza
for
Craft or something.
Pizza Craft, yeah.
So let me ask you guys: would you rather never listen to music again, or never drink again?
Drink
Never listen to music
like
again.
drink alcohol or
Yeah, alcohol.
never have any
Beer.
alcohol or never listen to any music. Like
You just can't hear it.
like I can't select just that I can't select what I want.
You
or,
just
like,
can't hear it.
Your
Look.
ears won't hear it.
Look, you can't listen to all this awful Pitbull,
dude. But without
Tony.
good music, like I don't think my life would be what it is. And
You'd be going to fewer concerts.
I would save money, but I would.
but you would waste it
But
on
I'd be
beer.
bored as shit. Like,
And so you drink more.
but you know what, man? I'm on a show called Fucking Beer Bros and BS, so I definitely am not gonna like not drink. So I think that answers the
You
question.
can. Dave did it for a couple of episodes.
Did it for a few months.
I actually took a couple episodes off and didn't drink for a few weeks and dropped a good amount of weight, like for just cutting out beer for a couple of weeks.
I'll cut out the drinking, and then I'll start our sister show, Beer Buds and BS, and that'd be a show about smoking pot.
Okay. Would you
That resolves it, though.
Would you rather switch biological sex every time you sneeze, or be unable to differentiate between muffins and babies?
Oh my gosh! I mean, definitely that. I would not. I mean, neither one
Dan,
is
why are
very
you fucking
tasty.
a muffin?
I wouldn't be. Fucking any of them. I mean, but neither one tastes good either. So I mean, now what about cupcakes and muffins?
Both are delicious.
No,
But
it's
cupcakes and muffins are almost the same thing. So
no, a muffin is not a cupcake.
so I would be able to notice a cupcake.
Yeah, you say, "Oh, that's a cupcake." And you're like, "Where the hell do they have those babies behind that store counter?"
But
why
would
are they
the babies?
baking the babies?
Now would there still be like frosting on top of it though?
Yes,
Wait, why are they baking the babies?
exactly.
Well, I mean, if you want to, no, never mind. I was gonna make a really bad joke about something.
Yeah, let's not go
historical.
down that-
I'm not gonna go down that.
We're only one beer in, Dan. Stop.
Oh,
I'll tell you guys a joke. So I was driving and a bunch of robbers jumped into my car and stole everything. They were the pirates of the car I be in.
wow!
Thanks for listening.
Wow!
It was a good run, guys.
It's a good run of Beer Bros and BS. Hope
Did the main guy go? Look at me! I am the captain now. That was the pirate too, right?
That was worse.
But he was a pirate, wasn't he?
Can we move along? What's the?
Do you know why pirates don't know the alphabet?
I sure don't.
They always get stuck at sea.
Arr, this sucks.
All right.
Do you know what a pirate's favorite letter is?
You'd think it's the R, but it'd actually be the C.
I think it's the opposite way. You think it'd be the C, but it's
Whatever. Fuck it. Move on.
whatever. So let me ask you guys: would you rather piss your pants every time you lie, or start crying every time somebody is telling you a lie?
So I would cry if I heard someone tell a lie. How would you know if it was a lie?
You'd start
Because
crying.
it's
Now,
magic
they're telling me a lie, or they're just lying to somebody.
to you.
I would rather do that because then I'll know if they're
I was
fucking
gonna say,
lying or
then-
not.
Then you're like a fucking lie detector. You have-
Yeah, I would rather do that.
And
And then
I don't have to know it's a lie. It could be something that I might initially be believing, but if it happens to be a lie, I'll still cry anyway.
You would
Or I have to,
you
like,
might
already
believe
know.
it. You might believe it, but you'll just start crying.
I would rather do that because then I'll know if they're lying or not.
Ooh, I could win money like that. That's the deal. Everybody like, oh, you got something.
Yeah, because I don't want to
lower?
piss my pants, more than I already need to.
actually, it's more socially acceptable to start crying uncontrollably than peeing your pants. Somehow.
However, what if you're wearing? It depends, bro.
There we go.
Oh,
We got
there
it.
we go.
Would you rather have robot arms or robot legs?
I already have robot legs, so I'll take some robot arms to go with them.
Legit.
Jax wins
It could
fatality.
be Jax. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
But robot legs, you could kind of hide if you're wearing long pants, and nobody will notice the difference.
Was it Lieutenant Dan? I have astronaut legs.
Or you can start wearing gloves like the Terminator.
Yeah, or Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
I would go with legs because then I can also have a gun inside of it like RoboCop, and then it just pops out of the side of my leg like that.
Your move.
Oh, that would be awesome.
So, are they like extra strength limbs because they're
Yeah.
robotic?
You'd be bionic.
It'd be the kid from Grandma's Boy. He wants to
Can I
get
have
robotic legs.
Can I have a vibrating finger?
Sure.
I guess you could. You go with the robot arms.
The studio cat seemed concerned.
Extra rubbies.
Okay. Would you rather release 2 smelly farts every day or double your frequency of taking a dump?
Two smelly farts. Because,
Farts.
Yeah,
I already
take a lot of
I already
shits,
shit
everybody.
too much. Yeah,
Do you get to control when said farts happen?
Would you rather piss your pants every time you sorry, we did that one. Our final one is, would you rather every time you fart, you get transported to a random point in time, or every time you sneeze, you transport to a random parallel universe?
Oh my god. I would go for
Well, the cat.
The cat weighs in.
I would
Studio
go
cat
for,
thinks
so
so.
I sneeze more than I fart. So I would do the farting.
And you would realistically, you would never come back. The odds that you would come back to the same place you started, you would just keep.
nearly
infinitely small.
impossible to
Yeah.
but if I sneeze, I mean, there's infinite parallel universes as well, right? So,
Yeah,
odds
so it
are
could be-
either way, I would not go back to where
But
I
if you
was.
fart, you can tell, like, you can know history enough to know what is going to happen. If you sneeze, you have no information about where you're going.
And also, like, you could kind of know when you're going to fart, but you don't always know when you're going to sneeze. So I could, like, prepare for it, you know? I could, get some money ready to go and put money down on the Cubbies. But if I go back in time, get myself the Gray's Sports Almanac, make some.
So what would be the next beer we're going to have?
All right.
Who brought that
I
one?
believe it's
That would be me. Can you swing that over this way, sir?
Which one?
The, as you call it, the the Bimini Bay IPA.
What's that? What's that? The Muppet
Beaker.
Beaker.
There we go. Live can opening. Very exciting there. That was probably very loud in your ear. Sorry
Beaker
about
was
that.
the one that was like the little skinny
with
orange
the
one.
carrot top.
Yeah, the, like lab
That
assistant
always
guy.
used to like get exploded
Yes,
in the lab.
yes.
The
okay.
one that looks like Sheamus from WWE.
Of course. Yes.
He was making meth the whole time. They found out.
So Beaker was Jesse Pinkman and Bunsen Honeydew was
Walter White.
Walter White.
I guess that would be
That would make sense.
A
That would
fair
be
analogy.
Yeah.
All right. So we're currently going to be drinking. He's
Yeah.
passing
So what do
out.
we got here, man?
All right. So this is the collab from Invasive Species and Tripping Animals, Miami, Florida. This is 7.8%. It is a triple hop IPA, which includes Amarillo, Azaka, and
a third thing.
Exunaut. Exunaut?
Yukonot.
Yukonot. Where's that from?
You cannot pronounce that.
Exunaut. Anyone know where that hop is from?
It's from
I cannot tell you.
From the earth.
It's the Valley of Deliciousness.
Yeah. So this is their first can release. It was a dual release at both the breweries. So Dave obviously likes it. What about the rest of you guys?
It is delicious.
Very hoppy.
It's,
Very hop
it's,
forward.
it's tropical.
Yeah, so
Well, the name would kind of insinuate that, but it does have that kind of.
Very opaque. So it's a New England style, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's
It's
pretty
definitely
hazy.
true to style.
So
so Tripping Animals is a new brewery in Miami that opened only about 2 or 3 months ago, right?
yep.
Stay tuned, guys.
And they're
Got some
Tease.
special stuff coming.
thus far their beers have all been really good. I have to
Yeah,
say.
man, I dig this a lot. It's very, very much like, in my opinion, something you'd want to have ice cold over at the beach or something. It's kind of refreshing.
Yeah, I think this
for-
would be great at the beach.
Usually
boat.
IPAs, kind of hop forward beers, you don't necessarily think of as being always refreshing, but this one is.
Yeah. And great can art. So.
You could take this to Bimini Bay and drink it.
No. The artwork looks like it has a giant penis on it, though.
No, that's what Funky Buddha does.
It's a squid.
Yeah, exactly. If you put the cans together.
But yeah, I do see what he's saying, man. Look at the tail.
Oh,
of
he's
it.
only seeing the tip of the.
The
Yeah,
tail
I only
has
see the
kind
tip.
of like a
The tip of the head.
head, like a mushroom tip on it.
Just the tip.
It does
the
kind
tip.
of look a little bit bell end ish.
Oh, there goes Dan's other half going to.
Dave just got transported to a random point in time.
All right. So, some of you guys might know here, I love Costco. I love shopping there. And for, big time items, I like buying my steaks in bulk, especially for tailgates. But now I think they've even exceeded the limit of food that I can even consume. One of my favorite foods. You can now buy a 27-pound macaroni and cheese that's good for 20 years.
So how many buckets of this do you own right now?
It is actually not available. They're currently out of stock, which is very sad. So it comes in a paint bucket, which is very interesting. Literally, it's a paint bucket
That's amazing.
Wait, it's a 5-gallon paint bucket full of macaroni and cheese.
full of macaroni and cheese.
So it's like
Guaranteed-
already cooked. You just scoop it out and microwave
Yep,
it, or
and
what?
then you microwave it. Yes.
And what's the other thing about that? That's really interesting.
Or can
Because
you just
the-
eat it cold?
Because they also have maybe I didn't hear you say it. The shelf life.
Yeah, 20 years shelf life. So I don't know what the hell types of preservatives and what type of cheese that actually is, but
That's not cheese.
it's not cheese.
Or actually, you know what? It might be cheese because cheese you can age.
But hopefully they'll have a sample of this. They always give away free samples at the Costco, so maybe
That's true.
it's their way of selling it. So the apocalypse is coming soon, so we'll definitely have enough mac and cheese at JJ's house.
Well, there's a surplus of cheese in the U.S. now because I guess people are not drinking as much milk as they did previously.
So we're really cheesy.
And so
Damn
there's-
vegans.
Yeah.
Actually,
I'm sure that contributes.
You're probably right.
But
The views of
so
Dan
anyway, now
12 Con
there's
do
like
not
a
reflect
cheese
that Beer Bros
surplus.
BS. We love our vegans.
There's more cheese than there is demand for it. So if you like cheese, you got to help out the cheese surplus problem. Or
Yeah. No, I
Or
mean,
America's
support
gonna drown in cheese,
Support
people.
the jobs of the local dairy farmers.
Yeah, Wisconsin's all about that cheese.
We're fighting the good fight.
So there's
All
obviously
about that cheese, no cheddar.
So
There's no trouble, kind of.
So there's
Similar.
definitely preservatives in that. But, the one food that that doesn't need preservatives that will last forever. You guys know what that is, right?
Twinkies.
Twinkies,
No.
McDonald's hamburgers.
Honey.
Oh yeah.
Honey, you can leave open and, unsealed and it will never spoil. It will never go bad.
Really?
Because it lacks water and it lacks something else, which is what spoils, in the molecules.
Like
So-
it wouldn't just overly oxidate and.
There's
turn
no water
shitty?
in it.
I don't know.
Which is why it's so thick.
Yeah, and it's thick, so it doesn't really get oxygen inside.
Yeah.
By the way, it's a good value for the macaroni and cheese. I forgot to tell you guys. So it's 180 servings for only $89.99.
Wait, that huge thing is only $89.99.
That is correct.
So I think that we need to buy several of them and fill a bathtub with them and let you just jump in.
I think we should just get one to bring to the next podcast and just have a mac and cheese
Eating contest.
Yeah.
It's on.
I would destroy you in that.
Yeah, he would.
Dave, I wouldn't do this. This is straight up chemicals and macaroni.
I wouldn't really do it.
If he dies, he dies.
Just, make sure that
I shall break
you have
you.
enough toilet paper to go around.
I would probably
You got one of those
realistically
chemical
purge.
toilets.
Sonia, get the number for a plumber.
So yeah, they had found honey in a pyramid next to a pharaoh sarcophagus, and they can actually make beer and mead out of that.
And this is
2,500-year-old
thousands of years old. Wow.
honey.
Have they done that?
I don't know if they actually made it out of it, but they've tested it and they have sampled it and they have tried it and they say it tastes just like honey.
Well, wasn't there that beer that was the recipe from thousands of years ago that was found on
Etruscan.
Dogfish Head.
Dog-
Yeah,
They
dog-
did some Egyptian
Midas.
recipe beer.
And it was
Midas
like
Touch?
it was
Etruscan
fucking hieroglyphics basically that they were a
Yeah, I
recipe.
forgot. It was Ta Henket.
Yes. It was the oldest recipe of a, beverage
Yeah,
that
they've
existed.
done 3 of them.
Yeah, but I thought that was just kind of cool.
Yeah, no, I love.
And our third beer, who brought that tonight?
Oh, I did. So the third beer is from Other Half Brewing out of Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, stand up.
So yeah,
No
it's,
sleep till that
So this
place.
is Triple Mosaic Daydream, which it's an oat IPA or an oat triple IPA.
Oh, really?
Yes. And obviously with Mosaic hops, and it is.
That's weird. Usually I see oatmeal stouts. That's kind of interesting.
And it's 10.5% ABV.
How much?
10.5%.
Nice.
Wow, you don't taste that at all. What do the rest of you guys think?
How's that pour?
Yeah, as we pour it for everybody.
So anybody else have any opinion on it? It pours out really kind of lighter looking than expected.
It has an interesting aroma.
Like how so?
I get that little vanilla flavor. You said it's oats?
Yeah. So it gives it like a creaminess to the mouthfeel.
It does have that oat brand kind of scent.
Yeah, it doesn't smell like the usual IPA.
Definitely not 10%.
10.5,
It
really?
hides
It does not
so
taste
well.
that strong.
5?
Yeah, the oat balances kind of the, I guess, bitter burn kind of aftertaste you would get, and it really is
It's
surprisingly
smooths
smooth.
the finish.
Surprisingly a smoother finish than expected, man.
Wow.
It's interesting, dude.
It's a good beer.
This is a danger beer. This is going in the
So this
danger
is
beers.
from Other Half, right?
Yes.
So what else does Other Half do that would be notable that we might have had?
Lots of really good IPAs. and
Yeah, they're known for their IPAs, right? More.
pretty much, yeah.
Right.
So they're a Northeast IPA kind of brewery, basically.
Yeah, like they I think they're pretty much the top craft brewery out of New York City right now.
Yeah, didn't we do their collab with Wakefield on the show?
Yes, I want to say yes.
Well, you could check beerbrosbs.com and find out
Under
on
our
beer
beer
list.
list.
And find out what
We've
beers.
had a couple other
Or
happy
search
beers.
our Untappd.
Oh, that too.
Yeah.
Find
It
all
might
our
be a little
beer
bit
reviews.
outdated, but we could check.
Oof, burn.
So actually, there's no burning. The oats really cover that up.
Well played, sir.
So for today's topic, as you know, we're still under a government shutdown. I think it's already day number 28? 28?
I think it was 25 today or 26.
25, 26. So the takeout reports new beers could be delayed as government shutdown closes label approval office.
Yeah, I did see this.
Yep.
The Alcohol and Tobacco and Trade Bureau, the agency is responsible for approving all new beer and wine labels.
But this would only be like new releases, not like sending out stuff that already exists, right?
No, exactly. So,
okay.
let's say there's a brewery and they want to
Right,
release new product, then they have to plan ahead.
They have to
Now,
wait, basically.
yeah, they get delayed on making a new label, or you just have to put out a can with. We've seen that before, though,
Yeah.
where they just put out a can, they like squibber it on.
True. Okay, so yeah.
Yeah, there was an article in the Miami Herald where they talked to like J. Wakefield Brewing. They talked to MIA Brewing. They mentioned that MIA is working on like a sangria. And,
Oh, really?
Yeah, and like a new sangria product, and they can't get that approved by the ATF.
I never knew you needed to have a beer label approved by the federal government.
Yeah, you did.
I just
I
figured
never-
once
Actually-
your brewery is open that you can kind of do whatever.
Actually, I think Jonathan Wakefield had a few issues with the labels.
Well, I just
At
thought
once.
that was other people getting like
Yeah.
offended at artwork, thinking that it was sexist or
No,
homophobic or whatever. Not
but
homophobic,
I
but
believe
sexist.
also for the shelf turds, they got like for a little while they had a beer called Shelf Turds, and I think they got in trouble for that.
Or they thought turd was offensive or something.
Yeah.
But was it the government that said that, or
Oh.
just somebody filed a complaint about it?
No, I believe it just doesn't get approved by the board. I also remember Lagunitas for the longest while, like they named it the censor because the same board
Right.
disapproved of their beer that was going to be called the Chronic,
Well, dude, I mean, but Lagunitas is notorious for being pretty,
like in your face and
weed heavy kind of place.
yeah. And that's why they called it the take. There was another one called the Shutdown because
Yeah.
the FBI actually raided Lagunitas.
No, yeah, there
at
was
one
like
point.
there was a lot of pot smoking and whatnot at the brewery, and apparently they got raided and shut down for a while, and came back and
And so they released like it's called Undercover Shutdown.
yeah, I heard about that. Yeah,
Okay. So I want to ask you guys, beginning of the year still, what's your 2019 most anticipated film of the year? So I have a little bit of a list. I'm going to quickly run through some of the big names. Tyler Perry's A Medea Family Funeral, Captain Marvel, Dumbo, Us, Shazam, Hellboy, Avengers Endgame, Detective Pikachu, John Wick Chapter 3, Aladdin, Godzilla King of Monsters, Dark Phoenix, Men in Black, International, Toy Story 4, the Untitled Conjuring Universe film, Spider-Man Far From Home, The Lion King, New Mutants, Fast and Furious Presents Hobbs and Shaw, Zombieland 2, Joker, Downton Abbey, Are You Afraid of the Dark,
Cool.
The Addams Family, Charlie's Angels, Untitled Terminator movie,
Wait, there's another Addams Family?
Wait, there's
So-
another Terminator movie?
Sonic the Hedgehog, Frozen 2, Untitled Jumanji sequel, Star Wars Episode 9,
By the way, Jumanji was actually dope.
and Masters of the
liked
Universe.
Wait, so yeah, by the way, yes, you mentioned Terminator.
Dolph Lundgren.
It's actually James Cameron and Linda Hamilton, everybody back again. It's going to be like the real T3, like if the other ones didn't happen. Because you asked, another Terminator, and I was...
Yeah, I thought that they ended the cycle already
well,
with the
dude,
last one.
they can keep it going forever because they go back in time and change whatever happened. So they're basically erasing everything after T2
and make a new
and
loop.
making a new real Terminator 3 with Linda Hamilton
But
back.
James
with
Cameron doing
James
it?
Cameron is
I thought he was
involved
do-
as
I-
EP, not as director.
Yeah, because I thought he's doing Avatar
Yeah, no, he's involved
3.
though as like
2, 3, and
Some-
4.
consulting executive producer or something. But yeah, and he's doing the avatars. He's trying to get some technology made to make like glassless 3D film or something. But
Yeah, that's pretty
I
hard.
was interested in Addams Family. I didn't know they were doing another one. That's kind of cool.
So is that your most anticipated?
No, Avengers, obviously.
JJ.
Godzilla.
And John Wick also.
Definitely Detective Pikachu.
I was about to say that, Detective Pikachu.
But no, for real, Avengers and Star Wars, even though I'm like bracing myself for the possibility that it's going to be a mess.
You know you're still going to fucking see it.
Of course I'm going to see it.
Yeah.
I really want to see that Downton Abbey.
I never watched it.
Oh, it's so good.
So it's the people from the show?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Like I guess like a final story to
Well, because the series is already over, right?
yeah,
So it's kind of like coming back again. Kind of like how Sex and the City and
Telling
Entourage
one-
had
yeah.
their movies.
exactly.
By the way, I will point out that Sonic the Hedgehog movie is live action, and he looks
Oh,
fucking
God.
weird and creepy.
No.
Dude, live action Dumbo actually looks incredible. I don't know if you've seen the trailers.
That's how you do it to make it look, still cute. Like Sonic looks like a weird, creepy, furry, furry porn.
It never
Well, I
looked
mean-
like a hedgehog. What fucking hedgehogs are blue and wear sneakers?
No, but like his face and his eyes are creepy.
By the way, the cartoon Sonic was voiced by Urkel, by Julia White. Did you know it?
No.
How about them apples?
And also, like, so Masters of the Universe, I just heard that they're like doing a new film of that.
You just heard that on Beer Bros and BS.
Breaking news.
Was it? Okay.
So who's going to be the He-Man, have they said?
I don't know. I didn't look into all of them. I just
I bet you
said,
they
give me the
pick,
list.
but
But that's
that
not.
guy from True Blood, Alexander Skarsgård. He would be a good He-Man.
Or the Rock in a blonde wig.
He actually applied for. He auditioned for Thor,
He would be a good. He would have been another good Thor, but
but so he didn't make it. But they put his father in it.
oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But he would
and
actually
ironically-
be a good He-Man.
Yeah, and his brother is in another Viking show called Vikings.
So they've actually got the old episodes of Masters of the Universe on Netflix. If you guys want to
Nice.
take a nostalgia trip.
Well,
I didn't know.
Yeah,
Prince Adam, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
You can revisit the classic Skeletor quips and put downs.
Yes.
Or you could visit it for the first time if you're new to it.
Yeah.
So who had a more notorious like 80s villainous voice? Would it be Megatron or would it be Skeletor?
Wasn't it the same voice actor?
It sounded pretty
I
similar.
think it would have been Starscream.
But no, Megatron and Skeletor did sound similar. It might have been the same guy.
No, Starscream and Cobra Commander.
That was the
Were the
same.
same.
Ooh, yeah,
that was
yeah,
the same
that's
guy.
right.
That was the same.
Yeah, probably Cobra Commander.
And Shredder and Uncle Phil were the same guy too.
Really?
James Avery. Yeah.
was he the voice in the movie?
He was
or
the voice
on
of
the cartoon?
Shredder in the
In
cartoon.
the cartoon.
You knew he was the bad guy because he talked just like this.
Shredder didn't talk like that, man.
No, not Shredder. Starscream
That's what I
and
was talking about. though.
Cobra Commander.
So that brings us to our next beer, which is
Our next beer is the Torito Blend.
okay.
A Torito blend?
Second?
Do you want me to hold that for you?
Yeah. It's a Baltic Porter aged in Marsala barrels. Did I say that right?
I think so.
Marsala, like the wine.
78%
Like the
Marsala
chicken?
barrels and 22% rye whiskey barrels. Oh, look.
Oh wow.
Your favorite, Dave.
And there's a cork underneath.
There's a cork.
Oh,
The hidden cork of life.
Don't forget to soak the cork.
The cork is soaked.
We will always make this joke.
There is some point that I want to do
Never gets old.
I want to open the cork.
I mean,
with
I always
a lighter.
want it to keep going forever.
Live corking. Oh, and we sounded the uncorking horn of
Yeah.
death.
the womp womp.
No, that was the warning siren.
I don't know. It was like a Viking horn.
Yeah,
the
right?
sound of war horn. Someone's gonna get fucking killed with a cork tonight. Then we ride. Oh, it's slowly coming out. Oh, it's
Oh, almost there. Just a little more, baby.
Do it.
Oh,
Beautiful.
what a beautiful sound that was.
Oh, no.
again.
Hurry,
Pour,
Drink it, pour,
pour. There you go.
All right. So let's
Take
see,
out your horns.
let's see how this is.
Okay.
Raise your horns.
Yeah, as mentioned, it's a wild ale. It's from Oddbreed. A few friends dropped us off for Sonia. Happy birthday, Sonia. It was just her birthday. last week, and it was also David's birthday last week. So happy birthday to both of you guys.
Double birthday.
January.
You know, this seems to happen every year. You guys have birthdays right around the same time. You guys should try to spread it out a little next year. No? Okay.
Yeah. Moving on.
So what do you guys think of the beer?
Yeah, King of Sour.
It's actually really good.
I get the wine character a lot more than obviously the rye
You could
whiskey.
you could tell they took care blending it, right? Like you definitely get mostly red wine, but the whiskey character mellows it out and balances it.
It's that warmth. Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually really nice.
But I mean,
As to be expected from
odd breed
yeah.
does no wrong, in my opinion, man.
Especially when it's wood barrels and mixing and aging in barrels.
It's very,
sours,
very,
very delicate.
woody. Yeah, I could get a lot of that barrel, dude.
You like the wood.
Hey, man, but
Just
for real,
his.
it does have a lot of that. And speaking of wood, I have an interesting study for you guys.
I was
Where
I was going to say, and it's a sour stout, which is not something you see too often, but this is a really good one.
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, man.
Wet floor.
And so, similar to, speaking of wood, similar to other smoke breaks or, bathroom breaks and stuff, there is apparently now a study that comes out and says that it is approved by doctors now for a masturbation break at work. They did come out with a study and say it would be a great way to relieve tension and stress, and several doctors agree and say it would result in more focus, less aggression, higher productivity, and more smiling. And
Where was this published?
this was in the New York Post.
No, but
the study?
But the
published?
study was
They post anything in the New
specifically
York Post.
done by Mark Sargent, a senior lecturer in psychology at Nottingham Trent University in the UK.
I've researched actually him, which actually the name that came up was a famous chef, so I was kind of appalled at first, but no, that's a different guy.
It's rather salty.
Don't they call that in the UK chef sauce?
Ooh. That might explain it, but no, he's actually
wasn't mayonnaise.
he's actually a psychologist that is published. He did some other article on how people find if somebody else is attractive based on success or whatever.
Okay.
Nothing good ever comes out of
My
Nottingham.
favorite part of this was they suggested that for every 52 minutes spent on the job, so we can round up to an hour, right? That workers should be allowed to have 17 minutes off the clock in order to maximize their productivity. So if you're rounding that up, basically you're saying 20 minutes out of every hour. And if you do an 8-hour day, you're essentially saying that you're going to have over an hour and a half of your workday spent jerking off. And I think I think that's one of the greatest fucking things in the world.
Now,
They also suggested don't masturbate on thinking about colleagues.
Well, they said actually not. They specified introducing any form of a sexual behavior to a workplace could be seen as a slippery slope that makes people think that other forms of sexual behavior are acceptable. But if somebody treats it like a therapeutic, like smoke break or like nap break or whatever, that people could kind of get some benefit out of it. One great thing was that they pulled some
bet they did.
some people back in the Time Out New York back in 2012 polled people about how many of them have jerked off in the office, and they said 39%. I feel like that's a little bit less than what the true number is, and people are probably not admitting to it because I know that more than 30%.
But I mean,
probably
to
do.
be
what about
serious,
you
look,
guys?
your office has 100 employees, right?
Yes.
So 39 of those employees have masturbated at work.
Have any of you masturbated at work?
Yeah, I've been in the bathroom.
Okay, anyone who doesn't work from home.
Oh,
No, but I've been in the
No,
bathroom
man.
where I gotta,
that
piss, and
no,
when you're
you-
holding it, you shake it a couple extra times.
No, you.
Now, are you
can't
talking
do
about
that.
always finishing though, or I don't know what they're counting? Like, if you
Yes,
just do
to
a couple
completion.
extra shakes,
Have
or
you
if you
masturbated to
finish.
completion at work?
I've never finished, but you know, done a
You
couple
tried to get there, though.
I've done a couple of extra shakes after I've pissed.
That's amazing.
Bullshit, like you fucking haven't.
Yeah, but that's not fucking masturbating. That's just trying to get the extra drops off.
Drops of what?
That's gross.
Unless you're that guy that goes, "Oh, you're shaking more than twice. You're playing with it."
So yeah, I'm playing with it. Fuck you.
And
anyways.
and this wasn't just
I don't know.
for male.
No, that was
workers.
actually polling both sexes.
Well, I mean, I think that we could increase efficiency if we just allowed coworkers to bang each other on the job, right? Because then they'd be taking their breaks at the same time. It wouldn't be.
I'm pretty sure Danette would be happy about
less
that.
Coverage, I mean, look, it's to increase productivity. There's nothing to it.
Yeah. So
I wish that worked. The excuse.
The future is coming, Jose. The future is coming.
Oh God!
I get it.
I see it now.
Oh, I get it now. So my topic.
Oh God!
Oh Jesus!
I need to masturbate more often. I'm not concentrating.
He's saying that he's at work right now, right? So he's
So for those who don't know, we have a picture.
He's a member of the 39%.
So we have a picture that we clean out our glasses in between beers so that they don't contaminate with each other. Jose has been making a mess, either bottles exploding, popping off in his hand, or
As usual.
Would you call him a squirter?
It just gets everywhere.
I just spermed everybody.
That was quite a load.
and that was so he had spilled a beer earlier, and now he just poured water all over the table.
The beer was
It's beer
effervescent,
cocky,
though.
right?
No, the beer was just like
bukkake.
effervescent
Beer
though
cocky.
when I opened it.
He's just got like this natural shaky right hand, so it's hard to maintain his liquids.
That's what it is.
I'm not.
It's
masturbating.
muscle fatigue
I'm not
from
masturbating.
that
I'm
from
just
that
holding
arm.
onto my penis.
Too much strokey
Just tell him, Jose. It's just so massive that your arm gets tired from holding it, right?
He's like,
I already got arthritis.
All right. So this happened a couple of months ago, but I just heard about it. Scientists have discovered the world's oldest known brewery in a cave near Haifa, Israel. Previously, they thought the earliest known brewery was thought to be around 5,000 years old. But this new discovery, they found residue that's from 13,000-year-old wheat and barley.
Damn.
Or a wheat and barley-based beer that resembled porridge. So, yeah.
So wait, fermented porridge?
Yeah, so...
So you eat this beer?
So it's not like beer today, but the ancient beer, it says, would have been closer to like a thin gruel than a foamy pour.
Slop, slop, slop.
So it's like
here
alcoholic, like
beer brew
mashed
BS.
potatoes or something.
I guess they're more like kind of like...
Can you imagine
baby,
bottles?
like
a
baby
soup
food
or
booze.
Yeah, I guess like baby food. Can you imagine bottle shares like back in the day? Like blop, blop, blop.
So it's,
Well, if you were going to baby bird it to somebody, you wouldn't have to do too much.
So these are some researchers from Stanford University who found this. It's at a cave called Rakefet Cave near the modern-day city of Haifa, and it's a site that belongs to the Natufians, a hunter-gatherer group who made the Eastern Mediterranean region their home more than 10,000 years ago. And this is also more evidence that beer came before bread.
Really?
So there you go.
But what beer before bread? But they didn't make like matzah and like the manna kind of shit.
I guess they did, but it was like more recent than, this. So the findings, it says it could be between 11,700 to 13,700 years old.
Shit.
So
beer before bread. Never
you know
been
what?
sicker.
That actually is a very good story. You can get fucked up back, no matter what time you go back.
Yeah.
We were always trying to.
Well, I mean, that's one of like the first jobs besides prostitution was probably making like chemical solutions and shit, right? Like, I mean, basically like a pharmacist or like a witch doctor or whatever they call it, apothecary. I mean, that's one of the earliest, I guess, occupations, right? Besides, like,
that was all of
prostitute.
us, and then we've lived many afterlives since then, and
Yeah.
came to this point
so
to give you the greatness that is Beer Bros BS.
If the world's oldest profession is prostitution, would the second oldest be pimping?
Is pimping considered an occupation or a hobby?
I mean, it's like a full-time job for a lot
So,
of people.
so some of them do it themselves. Is that?
I mean, it's not easy.
Hey,
I
and
see what you did
and that brings us to our final beer of the night. I brought this one. It is Snow on the Trees by Clown Shoes. It's an imperial stout aged in maple bourbon barrels. It's this year's version. Ironically, it's only got a small ABV, 11.25%.
tastes like breakfast.
This is what maple bacon coffee porter should have tasted like.
Well, it's not bacony though. That's the thing. It doesn't have that smoky kind of saltiness. It has that sweet,
that-
like
this
pancake
maple-
flavor.
Yeah, this is like more desserty pancakes.
This is fucking pancakes, bro. Straight up.
So I'm just going to read a sentence.
Pancakes, bro.
No, I'll just leave it there. It's pretty good though, right?
So you're not going to read a sentence.
Nah, I'm not going to read it.
You've decided against
Straight
a
up
sentence.
pancakes, dude.
And instead, I will ask you guys what burns your bacon.
Well, what burns my bacon is when you're trying to set up all the equipment for the podcast and everything is thrown into the bag with cords, all loose and wrapped around each other, totally tangled up the fuck to hell. And I have to spend like a good part of an hour untangling everything to get it set up. That's what burns my bacon.
Whoever puts it in there last.
Yeah.
Don't look at me, Jose.
Where's Hermione?
Studio Cat gets the blame.
Well, I know that what burns my bacon and also sufficiently scorches my swine is
It's not a thing, Dan. Stop trying to make it a thing.
hey, well, fuck you. Alliteration is fun. And it's when
It's
you
even
go
better
to,
if it's a B
it's
with
when you
Beer
go
Bros
to,
BS.
when you go to like a public restroom and you
Someone's
find
taking a
that
fat break.
no, but when you find that somebody has previously shat and didn't like flush their paper down, they threw it in the garbage can. So when you go to the bathroom and there's shitty
What?
toilet paper in the garbage and not flushed down the
Who
toilet.
the fuck does that?
Where the hell does this happen?
Where are you shitting that this happens?
There's a lot of people
gotta
that
be
do
shitting
that.
me.
Stop going to those places, Dan.
Bro, Issa does that. He'll shit, wipe, and put it in the trash and not flush it down the toilet.
Ew.
Okay.
Wait, just the paper, right? Not the actual shit.
No. It's the paper. He wipes his ass, and instead
But
of
there-
putting the shitty toilet paper in the toilet and flushing it down, he puts the shitty toilet paper in the garbage can.
You know what? Some
No,
people
you can't defend that. Fuck you.
Some people have to do that because like they don't have the pipes that can take.
Yeah, but
the
we're
paper.
not at a place that has shitty pipes. We're in places that are like...
But yeah, if you live in Miami, and
there's-
not like a
It's not
developing
like one of
country.
those weird.
My
Septic
parents.
tank.
I think it's
have
like
shitty
a lot
pipes
of
from
third
40s,
world...
but that's just
Fucking people from third world countries will do it because they're used to like shitty plumbing, maybe.
Right? Yeah.
But I'm not. I still can't defend
Yeah, I remember like when
leaving shitty paper out in the open air. That's fucking gross.
Quick question. Do you guys wipe front to back or back to front?
I have a bidet, motherfuckers. Woo!
Whoa, so what if you're in a public restroom though?
Yeah.
Usually
What
back
if you're at work?
Usually back to front while sitting.
Usually while sitting?
Usually, well,
Yeah, because I'll go back to front while sitting, then I'll stand and do front to back for the last couple.
You're supposed to do front to back, so you're not like shoveling fucking shit into your scrotum.
yeah.
Hey,
That's
not
what
him.
What are you, a girl? It's back to front, dude.
It's back to front and then the last couple front to back to get the pieces that came forward.
So I actually kind of go
lovely.
like I have my own technique where I kind of go like side to side.
So you Zorro your ass up.
I just kind of go like
I do the Mr. Miyagi technique.
Well, usually I use a wet wipe if I'm at home, and I can kind of just do like a scoop and like pinch my fingers together and not go front to back or back to front. I can kind of do both at the same time. And then sometimes for fun, I'll put a finger in my butthole.
And sometimes I just
Hey,
do that
really
when I'm
get
not
that-
taking a shit. You know.
Really get that shit clean.
That's why there was a zucchini in my bathroom the other day.
Oh, wow. So James Harden just dropped 58.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
Again. Jesus.
So, what was your favorite beer of the night, guys?
Points or turds?
Hey, I don't know. But, dude, it's a tough one. There's been a lot of good variety of
The other
flavors
half?
tonight.
The other half was really good, and on another night, I would have picked that one, but I'm
Put
going to
the
go with the
Torino-
odd breed. You know, that sour stout.
I like the tripping animals.
I am actually going with the Mikkeller, the one that I brought.
And I'm going to go with my beer as well. So, another night, everyone goes with their own beer.
So yeah, it's a tie.
But they're all really good. They're just all so fucking different. It's hard to pick, man.
That breed was awesome.
Odd breed is a close second. So, yeah.
So, don't forget, please follow us. Get your friends to follow us on social media platforms.
Steal their phone. and
Share us.
fucking subscribe.
Yeah. Get their phone. Go to Facebook. Facebook.com/BeerBrosBS.
Leave us a review on iTunes.
Talk to us on Twitter as well. And Instagram. Have your friends follow us. Just let them know.
Yeah,
We'll give you a shout out. Beer Bros BS, all one word.
If you're in the Miami area, give us a shout out too. We might be interested in doing podcasts over there.
Don't forget you can find everything on our website, beerbrosbs.com. Send your questions and ideas, beerbrosbs@gmail.com.
Nudes have their own email address, actually, right?
If you have a nude and you want to send it, where do you send it, Dan?
It's nudes at beerbrosbs.com.
.com.
Don't forget to do that. Oh, you sexy
Coming
people
right
out
up.
there. Don't forget, you can find us on all your social media platforms. Do us a favor this upcoming year whenever you get someone's phone, either on SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify. Search
Podcast
for
Addict if you're the weird one.
Stitcher, Blubbery.
Search for us on Beer Bros BS and subscribe. Subscribe your friends, your mothers, your significant others.
Create new accounts and
Exes.
subscribe with those too.
Yeah, sure. So thanks for listening. I'm Dave the Big Librarian.
Jose.
This is Tony.
JJ, the metal chef.
This is Dan.
All right, thanks for listening. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Thanks, guys.
Good night.
Yes.
Not my glasses.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Beer Bros and BS. Cheers.
Beer Bros.
Beer Bros.